Elliot from the Bear Pit TV with Craig. Thoughts?
Yeah, we've made it to Wall Street, haven't we?
Yeah, we don't know how.
Rare outing this is for us, but here we are.
We don't usually do it. But we're here to talk about Bojan. He's come out today and had some comments. He said, if I can find it, he said that every player wants to play. I'm here to play and enjoy. When I watch the game, of course, I want to play and help Stoke. And then when questioned on, Joe Allen, who's currently taking his place in great form, he said, I'd like to play with him. When I played against him, when he played for Liverpool, he was a defensive midfielder and a tough player of quality. So Bojan's sort of saying, get Joe sitting back a bit.
He's tried to be a bit subtle there, hasn't he?
Yeah.
And basically dictate the formation he feels should be played and stuff. I don't know. Do you reckon he should be in the starting 11 at the moment?
It's a difficult one because we're playing well at the moment.
Yeah.
And Joe Allen is playing well in his position. Joe Allen could, of course, play that defensive position because he gets about so much.
He does.
He's so energetic. And the reason that Joe Allen was sold by Klopp is because he wasn't a goal-scoring midfielder.
Yeah.
Now look at him.
No, he's flying, isn't he? I think... I remember I watched a video, I think it was the Red Men TV did a little video about Joe Allen, and they said that a lot of people assume that you've got a defensive midfielder, which I did. I think we did a video so he'll naturally replace Whelan in a few years, but that's not his strongest position at all, is it?
No.
At all. And the Red Men TV did state that the best place for him is behind the striker in that advanced forward position. That's becoming more and more evident, and I don't know, I don't feel like he should be dropped any further, because it's just not his strongest position. Which does naturally raise the question, how the hell do you squeeze Bojan in? I don't know.
It is a difficult one.
I don't know.
Some of the comments that people have said, because we always go and ask you guys your thoughts. Someone said, Jeff Haynes said, I'm no expert tactician, but a 4-4-2 with Bojan and Wilfred up top seems logical now.
Good point. Yeah,
and another comment as well is, 1 point to take from Scotto says 1 point to take as he fitted in perfectly as the false 9 pre-2016. Be less defensive, remove a defensive midfield, e.g. Whelan, get Bojan in there.
I don't know about the false 9 thing. It worked amazingly against Man City last year, of course, and quite well against Man United. But other than that, has it really shone that well? I'm struggling to think of too many games where it is dominated. I think people have hyped it up slightly more than it requires, the false 9. Do you agree? Do you think it's good? Do you think it's worked consistently? Because I'm not so sure.
It worked consistently in that period over Christmas. Last year.
Yeah, it was 2015.
And we thrashed Man City, United. We beat Chelsea at home. We went to Everton and played a great counter-attacking game. One of the best games I've ever watched.
That was class. That was really
good. And I'd like to see it tested out again, but I don't know if we're in the right place at the minute where we need results.
Yeah, I think this is the biggest underlying point at the moment is we've been shipping goals at the start of this season, and we tried Allen, Ibula, Bojan, and we were just too open. I've said it in several videos that I've done for Bear Pit TV that we were just shipping goals. Everyone was kind of legging it forward, and there was no, thought to protect the back four or anything like that. And at the moment, I think I love Bojan. He's clearly a class player, but I don't think at present, until we stabilise the season a little bit, there's room for him in the team at all.
John Dykes agrees. He says, to include Bojan right now, you're effectively asking Whelan and Cameron to step aside, and I think we need the extra solidity.
We do. I mean, it's no coincidence that we've been consistent, more consistent against West Brom, Man United, and of course Sunderland, because Cameron and Whelan started. It'd be so unfair to drop one of them two now.
Yeah, they're both having they're having as good a games as Joe Allen, but in their role.
In their own respective roles. I mean, it'd be daft. It'd be so unfair that there's no reason they should be dropped. A mate to my Mark said, drop Whelan. And I just think Whelan is getting on, and he's showing signs that he's starting to kind of slow down all the rest of it. But how the hell you can drop Whelan now?
Yeah,
for Allen to go there, remove his best position, squeeze Bojan in.
As long as it lasts, keep Allen where he is.
Yeah, 100%.
He scored if he could make it this weekend against Hull, he could become the first Stoke player to score in 4 Premier League games in a row.
Could he?
Yeah.
Wow.
And another 7, 8. He's on for Vardy's record.
Yeah, I've seen that, that'd be good, wouldn't it?
An interesting comment from Michael Wally on Facebook is, I'd like to know how his injury has affected him psychologically, as he seems a different player. I've seen a lot of him, and he seems to be muscled off the ball, and a reluctance to take people on, which results in him seeing passing backwards more often than taking people on, laying off the ball. I like him as a person, who doesn't, but he says
that's not what we're after. We're after a personality.
He's lost his spark since his injury.
Yeah, it's hard to really disagree with that. He's shown glimpses, hasn't he?
Yeah.
And I also feel towards the back end of last season, when he did show glimpses, he was subbed and then not played.
Yeah, there was
quite often.
Instance, I think it was 5 or 6 games where he'd come off 60th minute every week.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? And I don't quite know why.
I was told a little
You've
thing
told
that
me
it's
this,
a medical condition.
Yeah.
Like, he had to be brought off after a certain time.
Which is understandable if it is a genuine medical reason, but I don't know. I just don't feel it's right for Bojan at the moment. It's just unfair. And the last time I saw him start live in the flesh was Palace away. And to quote somebody from a message board I read, Bojan off the ball. Yeah,
of course he was okay.
Of course he's okay. Bojan off the ball this is brutal, but it's quite true for the Palace game, less than useless. When he hasn't got the ball at the moment, he doesn't feature. He's almost, we're carrying him, which we certainly can't afford to do at the moment. And he's not getting on the ball, so
yeah.
I don't know. It's such a shame because everyone loves Bojan, doesn't he?
Exactly. Who doesn't love him?
Everyone loves him. He's class.
What do you think about the case for him up top if Wilfred carries on this form?
As in Bonnie off, false nine, and all that sort of thing. Like I said, I'm not convinced by the false nine as yet. I think Bonnie has played quite well since he's come in.
His best game was the last game.
Yeah. I mean, he's so strong. I think the story that came out in the press about him being lazy and all the rest, I think that's kind of influenced a few people's thinking. I think he's played well. I think it's a matter of time for Bonnie. I really do.
Okay, so from us, it's a clear not
for now.
Not yet. There is the Christmas period coming up.
Yeah, there is.
You know, there'll be a lot of rotation, I'm sure, a lot of injuries or people dipping in.
Of course, a bit of stability in the league when we kind of maybe get up the table a little bit, which we definitely will do. Start experimenting, but it's certainly not the time to experiment at the moment.
So there you have it. Our definitive decision for the moment is just let Joe do his thing.
Leave it be.
Let Joe do his thing.
Yeah.
If you agree with us, let us know. If you don't, let us know in the comments and just give us an earful. Like if you have enjoyed this video, subscribe if you're new, and thank you for watching.